rented a holiday home in Albany for a week or two earlier in 2025. I got an email from a writer of the script that I thought I had was not subscribed to any longer, and it was for a script writing webinar that was happening in an hour's time, which I joined and watched, and I learned I needed to do particular research with the types of films I was going to make because I knew at the time I had the story of the century that was based on the last 12 months of my life, which we shouldn't listen to people that say things like that, nor should we say them. The first person I told that little bit of the story to was a former friend of mine over in Texas who had been my editor for many years and has her own publishing company, so forth. She's more well-read than I am. The reason I'm holding this is because when all those things happen within a short period of time. By the way, those films are actually going to be a trilogy of animated family films. But enough of that for now. I went to research after watching that webinar, that great tutorial about script writing, a refresher course for me. I was advised to watch particular films to learn how certain techniques in screenwriting were done. So the person whose house I rented for a week or two, when I first walked in there in the garage/games room, I noticed there were a whole stack of DVDs, and me being in survival mode, being whatever, I never made time to watch films. So I thought, oh, gold, while I'm here, make use of it. I don't like doing that. I always felt, I don't need to go into anything else. But the point is, I thought, make use of it. There's DVDs here. There's a TV. So I called the host and found out how to get streaming on the TV. It turned out there was no internet connected, or anyway, there was some sort of issue. But for whatever reason, I went into the stack of DVDs in the games room, and this was the first one off the top. I didn't know what it was. And it was soon after that I saw this and watched the first 15 minutes of it. This is a called Little Boy Lost. It's based on a true story that happened in the 1960s in Australia. I watched this as a boy. This is it broke my heart. This is the film that the owner gave to me when I told her a little bit about my story. I was in hyper survival mode, processing trauma that many people say it was intergenerational, far too much to tell. But anyway, it was epic. I wrote a poem that mentions this book.